Hello everyone, I'm Amulya BR of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering and I belong to the branch CSE AI. So today I'm back with another video on the subject renewable resources and on the topic energy sources. So now let us look into what we're going to learn today. Introduction to energy sources. So energy is nothing but the capability to do work. So they can be broadly categorized into renewable and non-renewable sources, each with its own set of characteristics, advantages, and challenges. So understanding these energy sources is crucial for addressing issues related to sustainability or climate change and energy security. So it is divided into renewable and non-renewable energy resources. So now let us see non-renewable energy resources. So they are finite resources that will eventually deplete as we go on use them. So they include fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas, and even nuclear energy. So fossil fuels is nothing but the coal, oil, so and the nuclear energy too. Then renewable energy resources. So renewable energy resources are nothing but the solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, biomass energy, and many more. So energy is basically crucial for modern life, but the choice of energy sources significantly impacts the environment, economy, and society. While non-renewable energy resources have driven development for centuries, their environmental and economic drawbacks are very necessary. So now let us look into each one individually. So first is fossil fuels. So fossil fuels include coal, oil, and natural gas. So they are the primary sources of energy which are used worldwide. So they have powered industrial development for many centuries and they continue to be major component of global energy. So they have significant contribution to social advancement and they pose substantial environmental and economical challenges, particularly like air pollution and finite resource availability. So climate change. So burning fossil fuels like the woods, they release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, which will contribute to global warming and climate change. And even fossil fuels, when they are combusted, they produces pollutants such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, and even particulate matter, which leads to many respiratory diseases and heart conditions. And then is resource depletion. Fossil fuels are finite resources, that is, they deplete as we use them. So this causes resource depletion and it also leads to ecological damage, which is the loss of biodiversity. For example, mining, drilling, and transportation activities. So these will pose risk to the ecosystem. So moving on to the next one, we have oil. So the characteristics of oil is it is a liquid fossil fuel that is composed mainly of hydrocarbons. So and then it forms the remains of marine organisms that were buried under the layer and it was subjected to the sedimentation and heat. So oil is extracted from the ground through drilling. So offshore and onshore drillings are common methods. So oil is refined into various products such as diesel, jet fuel, heating oil, and petrochemicals. So the uses of oil is it is a major source of fuel for trucks, cars, airplanes, and ships. It is used as raw material for petrochemical products like plastics, synthetics, and chemicals. So let us see some of the challenges of using oil. Burning oil will release carbon dioxide and other pollutants which will contribute to the air pollution and climate changes. And then the oil spills into the ocean. So this can cause severe environmental damage. So then oil is globally traded and its supply and price can be influenced by political instability in oil producing regions. So the next fuel is natural gas. So some of the characteristics of natural gas, it is a gaseous fossil fuel which is composed primarily of methane along with some small amount of hydrocarbons also. So it is formed from the remains of ancient microorganisms which is subjected to heat and pressure for many years. So the the natural gas is extracted through drilling. The hydraulic fracturing is a common method that is used to extract natural gas. Some of the uses of natural gas is that it is burned in power plants to generate electricity and then it is used for residential and commercial heating. It is used as raw material in production of chemicals and fertilizers. So let us see some of the challenges which will include in the natural gas. One such is environmental impact. So it is nothing but the gas burns cleaner than oil and coal, which will produce less carbon dioxide and other pollutants. And the transportation can significantly impact in global warming. And then hydraulic fracturing has raised concerns about groundwater contamination. So these are some of the challenges in natural gas. So now let us look into another source, that is coal. So some of the characteristics of coal is that it is a combustible black or brownish sedimentary rock that is composed of carbon along with some other elements like hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. So it is formed by the remains of ancient plants and animals that were subjected to heat and pressure over many years. So the types of coals are anthracite, bituminous, subbituminous and lignite. So bituminous is nothing but it is widely used for electricity generation. Subbituminous is nothing but it is lower in carbon content and higher density than bituminous. And anthracite is nothing but it is the highest grade of coal with more amount of carbon content. Lignite is nothing but it is having the lowest carbon content and density. Some of the uses of coal is that it can be used in electricity generation, and it is also used in industrial processes, like it is used in steel production and various manufacturing processes. So some of the challenges which are posed by coal is that it is contributes to the environmental impact. So burning coal will release significant amount of carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxides, which will increase in the global warming. And then mining impacts are landscape disruption, habitat destruction, and water pollution. So these are some of the challenges which are posed by the coal. So the next type of energy is nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is a significant source of power that harnesses the energy stored in the nucleus of atoms. So this energy is released through two processes. One is fusion and fission. So now let us see what is nuclear fission. So nuclear fission will involve splitting the nucleus of heavy atom, usually uranium-235 or plutonium-239, into smaller nuclei, which while breaking will release a significant amount of energy and radiation. So the advantages of nuclear energy is high energy density. So this nuclear fission will release much larger amount of energy compared to chemical reactions. So low greenhouse gas emissions also. And then nuclear power plants are reliable and they produce stable supply of electricity unlike some renewable resources. So some of the challenges are radioactive waste. Nuclear reactors will produce radioactive waste and other materials which remain hazardous for thousands of years. And then nuclear accidents, like as we've seen in Fukushima, they have releasing harmful radiations into the environment. So next is the fusion type of energy. Nuclear fission is the procedure that powers the sun. It holds the potential for virtually limitless and clean energy source. We looked into the non-renewable energy sources. Now let us see the renewable energy sources. So the first type in this is the solar energy. Some of the characteristics of solar energy is that it is harnessed from the sun's radiation using photovoltaic cells or solar thermal systems. So the types are photovoltaic systems, that is which converts sunlight directly into electricity using semiconductor, and then is the solar thermal systems, that is it uses mirrors or lens to concentrate the sunlight and will produce heat, which then will be converted into electricity. So the advantages of solar energy is that it is abundant and it is widely available and it generates no emission during the operation, and then it is suitable for small scale, large scale or any type of applications. So the second type is wind energy. So the characteristic is that it uses wind turbines that converts the kinetic energy into electricity. So types are onshore and offshore. Onshore means it is installed on land. Offshore means it is installed on the water bodies. Advantages is that wind is plentiful and it is very much renewable and it generates no emission during operation and can be installed on agriculture or any grazing lands. So the next type of energy is the hydropower. So some of the characteristics is that it can be generated electricity by using the flow water to spin turbines connected to the generators, which will in turn generate the electricity. So the types are large scale dams. So that is, it is impound water in reservoirs. So the second type is run of the river systems. That is, and then pump storage, that is, it stores energy by pumping water to higher elevation during low demand. So the advantage is that it is reliable and there is consistent power generation and it costs less. So now let us see the sustainability and the future of energy sources. So sustainability is the principle of meeting present needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So waste management is one of the characteristics or properties. So that is reducing, reusing and recycling materials. So the next one is clean technologies. Investing in technologies that will reduce emissions and pollutants. And then is resource management, transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy resources like solar, wind, hydro. And then is sustainable agriculture. We need to maintain soil health, conserve water, and reduce chemical use for agriculture. And then is water conservation. We need to reduce the waste of water and we need to use the water efficiently. So these are the sustainability characteristics or properties. So now we have come to the conclusion. Advancements in technology and supportive policies are very much crucial for accelerating the adoption of renewable energy resources into the global energy system. So this will ultimately contribute to more sustainable and resilient future. As the world transitions to more sustainable energy resources, it will reduce the dependence on fossil fuels and the impacts are less. So the energy sources are essential for modern life, but each type comes with its own benefits and drawbacks. I would like to thank each and everyone for watching the video completely till the end, and I would also request you to please like the video and share the video amongst your friends. I would also assure to come back with another video on a different subject and a different topic. Until then, have a good day. Thank you.